Welcome everyone. Hope you all are doing fine. Now, let us start. The first novel we have. The game is called My Iyashikei Game and has received a rating of 88. It is likened to My House of Horrors, but with a better integration of horror and real-life setting. The reviewer hopes that the quality of the game remains consistent over time. On to the next novel we have. The novel, A Gorgeous White, is about a depressed shut-in digital writer named Mulan who decides to end his life, but instead transmigrates into the body of a spoiled young master. He wakes up in a world where special people possess elemental powers and magical beasts thrive. Mulan finds himself in stressful situations and secretly inspects his lower body only to find that it has changed. The story is filled with comedic moments and unique characters. On to the next novel we have. A man is reborn into the world of Naruto with the Tenseigan. He is excited to see how he can use it to navigate the world. His rating for the story is 86. On to the next novel we have. Dungeon Defense Lane is a story about a person who, after a survey, finds themselves in the game world as the weakest demon lord, Dantalion. With only their words and memories as a hero, they must survive and tear apart the world. The reviewer rated it 84. On to the next novel we have. The title of the story is Past Life Returner, and the overall rating is 88. The story follows a character who goes back to February 28, 1985, their birth date, and decides to seize all the money and dungeons in the world while it is still peaceful. All stats will be reset. On to the next novel we have. The novel, Ascension Through Skills, follows Kong Taizan, the strongest easy mode player who is given a chance to choose again after regretting his choice. The story takes place in a labyrinth that has swallowed humanity and offers 4 choices for survival: easy, normal, hard, and solo mode. The novel has been rated 82. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a person who is reincarnated into the body of an arrogant youngster in a Shounen manga. The narrator rates it 84 and the release schedule is 7 chapters a week. The author mentions that tags and content warnings are there for creative freedom and English isn't their native language. Feedback is welcome. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a character who hunts down protagonists in different worlds to absorb their abilities. The synopsis lists the various heroic deeds of one protagonist before revealing that the character has killed them. The story seems to involve murder and violence. The rating is 82. On to the next novel we have. The title is Stop, Friendly Fire, and my rating for it is 86. It's about an empire turned into the land of the undead and God summons heroes, including an ordinary earthling named Li Xin-Wu, to help purify and bring hope to the empire. However, Li Xin-Wu is also undead. On to the next novel we have. The Imposter System is a story about Matt, who wakes up in an unfamiliar world and is controlled by a parasite. He must keep his identity secret to avoid being eliminated, captured, or tortured. The reviewer rated it 82. On to the next novel we have. The anime is titled Nidome no Yuusha, and the writer rated it 82. The story is about a hero named Yuki Kato who defeats the demon lord but gets betrayed and killed by his companions. He vows to not cling to the concept of faith if given another chance. On to the next novel we have. The novel, Lightning is the Only Way, is about Gravis, whose father is incredibly powerful. Gravis realizes that he needs strength to escape his father's oppression and begins cultivating. He seeks to attain the lightning of divine punishment to overthrow his father and gain true freedom. The journey to power is difficult and painful, but Gravis is determined to reach the peak. On to the next novel we have. Ending Maker is a story about 2 heroes, Kong Jin-ho and Hong Yu-hee, who become reincarnated as characters in a video game. They realize that the game's ending results in the destruction of the human world, so they team up to achieve a perfect happy ending. The story introduces the concept of rotten water, which means someone who has played a game for a long time and mastered everything. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a high school student named Kuramoto who is unexpectedly admitted to a special class full of isekai heroes. He is tasked with becoming their support character to prevent them from dying in the other worlds they are summoned to. Though he initially doubts his abilities, he vows to work hard and improve while supporting the heroes. On to the next novel, we have. The article is about how polygamy has been abolished and how that has led to the end of incompatible interspecies marriages. The author rates the article 82 and highlights the relief of not having to force oneself to live with a spouse from a different species anymore. On to the next novel, we have. The article talks about the art of dual cultivation, and how it requires a certain level of understanding to truly experience it. The author also mentions their personal skill, the naked sword art, which they believe will become the greatest dual cultivation technique. They describe themselves as a blind dual cultivator, and someone who causes trouble for others. The article is rated 84 out of 100. On to the next novel, we have. A world-famous hacker is reborn into a teenage pop singer's body, which gives her the freedom she never had. She meets Jin Liwei, the most powerful man in the country's business world, who falls for her. They face challenges together as she pursues her dream of superstardom while trying to escape her past. He wants to tie her to himself and never let her go, but she wonders if she can truly live a life of freedom and independence. On to the next novel, we have. The novel, Darius Supreme, follows the story of a billionaire broker named Darius Stone who wakes up in a different world after his death, accompanied by a mysterious voice claiming to be a goddess. In this world filled with magic, Darius sets out to become a supreme and entertain the goddess through his struggles. The novel features a villainous protagonist and a slow-paced storyline for better world building. On to the next novel, we have. No Game No Life follows siblings Sora and Shiro, who are gaming geniuses. They are summoned to a different world where all conflicts are resolved through games. In this world, humanity lives in one city and is surrounded by other species. The siblings aim to save mankind and become the saviors of the world. On to the next novel, we have. The story is about a man who is reincarnated into Itachi Uchiha's uncle in the Naruto world. He possesses Dio's stand, the world, and has a muscular physique. He showcases his strength by tearing apart Susanoo, stepping on tailed beasts and fighting Kagaya. He is also the inventor of Uchiha's Yin release, shadow clone technique, and can punch through the void with a single blow. He is referred to as Uchihas Dan. That's the end of this video. I will see you soon in the next video. Happy reading.